It is great to have you back on my channel, Coin Lady. Ripple filed supplemental authority yesterday in the SEC v. Ripple case, referencing a judge's judgment in another crypto-related issue that I covered earlier. Today, the SEC addressed the matter. Plus, it piqued my curiosity. Ripple didn't bring up the fair notice defense, but the SEC brought it up out of the blue for a couple of reasons. Not only did that get my notice, but so did a lot of other people's. The language used makes it crystal clear that the SEC has asset prick attorneys who are clearly extremely angry. They're understandably upset about the recent losses in the cryptocurrency market. A different one of those is the one to which this alludes. Still, they're sounding the alarm about the need for severe punishments, which they say should be forthcoming soon. Will that really take place? What one person considers severe, another may find to be more lenient. However, what about the SEC's demand for over $2 billion? That won't happen, in my opinion. Perhaps attorney Jeremy Hogan's estimate of $100 million was accurate. Even then, it would be extremely severe. However, it is far from the $2 billion mark. However, just so you are aware, this news recognized as this might be dropping at any moment. It might arrive at any moment. Who knows, maybe another month or two will pass. If its release coincided with the July 13th XRP, it would be somewhat amusing. I can't forecast anything, but the Victory Day news we received a year ago will come true. Though it could be entertaining in a way. You may recall that July 13th is significant for XRP holders historically for two distinct reasons. I should preface this by saying that I am not a financial expert and that I do not have any prior experience in this area. Absolutely, without a doubt, do not let anything I say influence your purchasing or selling decisions. As a hobby, I enjoy making films on YouTube regarding cryptocurrency for fun. I'm just an enthusiast. Moreover, for the sake of entertainment. Right on, the XRP community's attorney James K. filed a notice of additional authority in response to Binance's latest judgment, and we should all give him a prop for that. Now, when that news broke, I covered it extensively. Reason being, it was great beyond words. The thing is, it's more proof that everyone is right. XRP it is. Without a doubt, holder, the judge overseeing that matter. Courted Judge Torres. The asset itself is not a security, which is an important consideration in light of her final decision regarding XRP and its implications. So that's simply one more big win. In addition, the court in that case severely criticized the SEC asset perk attorneys for their plainly dishonest tactics. I'll show you part of that because it's tasty and included in the supplemental authority. Here you may see it. Then this is what was submitted. The lawyers representing Ripples sent the following letter to Judge Torres. Distinguished Judge, Defendant Ripple Labs of Taurus humbly presents this additional authority notice pertinent to its challenge to the SEC's ongoing request for remedies and entry of final judgment. The U.S. District Court for the District of Columbia issued a memorandum opinion and order in the case of SEC v. Binance on June 28, 2024. Binance was involved in a motion to dismiss that was partially granted and partially denied. The SEC asserts that sales of certain digital assets constituted sales of unregistered securities, which the court found convincing and extended to secondary market sales of one of the assets in question. This is a quote from the court's ruling in favor of the defendants on some issues and against the SEC on others. I love it because it completely debunks some of the SEC's fundamental arguments, not only about XRP but about the entire crypto asset class. Judgment from the Purchase Nance case judge's statement is here. Digital assets that are intangible do not conform to the criteria laid out in the short 7 paragraphs that make up our decision. Furthermore, it is likely not the most efficient course of action for the agency to manage this billion-dollar sector through litigation, coin by coin, court after court. Furthermore, there is a chance that the outcomes will be inconsistent, which could leave the appropriate parties and their prospective clients in the dark. What does this mean? It suggests the judge has observed enforcement-based regulation, which the SEC denies. There's no doubt that it has been occurring, but it's not happening right now. Claiming otherwise is deceitful. The judge used a lot of words to emphasize that, didn't she? Their strategy of proceeding court by court, coin by coin, is being criticized. And that is the quote, "So, this has been going on for a while, we've been sitting through this nonsense for a while now. We agree that the SEC is acting in that way." The fact that a judge in a different case has acknowledged this is encouraging, and I'd even go so far as to call it vindication for the XRP community. So, lawyers from Ripple's keep on. This finding lends credence to Ripple's contention that the court's summary judgment decision's most important component was clarifying the legality of the various XRP sales. The absence of clear regulations before that decision lends credence to Ripple's contention that the court's determination of a strict liability infringement on part of Ripple's sales was justified. Although there may have been some infractions, the number is far too small to indicate willful disobedience to the law or necessitate severe punishment. The SEC also failed to mention carelessness in its complaint, which is a major red flag. And of course, that is correct. That is one of the many things that I find completely absurd. That leaves us with the conclusion that neither fraud nor recklessness occurred. No accusations of fraud have been made. However, even though Ripple has not suffered any financial harm to its clients, they are still seeking $2 billion. Some may find this acceptable at first glance. The odds are in my favor. No way, not at all. This brings us to the point of the update for today. Yes, SEC did reply. Attorney James K. filing confirms this once more. The text is as follows. Tours for the judge, plaintiffs in a courteous response to defendant Ripple Labs' letter, the Securities and Exchange Commission has responded to a motion to dismiss in SEC v. Binance Holdings Limited, which Ripple claims provides more authority in support of its opposition to the SEC's remedies motion. That has zero bearing on the current remedy action, just as the previous authority, waives, was you, that's the SEC claim. As blatantly evident as it is, this has zero bearing on the matter. The CDC's use of quotation marks to cite this authority is something to laugh at, though. That's something that XRP community attorney Bill Morgan may have observed. I felt the need to quickly bring this to your attention because it brought a smile to my face. You can tell when the SEC is displeased by a ruling because he reposted the file from this afternoon. It gains credibility when accompanied by quotation marks, rather than when left unquoted. Yes, that is accurate. Since it's only a little, we won't refer to it as an authority. Whatever, it's alright. Quotations are required. Just as I mentioned before, these attorneys are really lacking in professionalism. Anyhow, the ongoing asset pricks are drawing attention to a single observation within the nearly 90 pages of the Binance ruling, which attempts to draw conclusions about the effectiveness of the SEC litigation strategy. The decision also acknowledges that the SEC has legal discretion to decide how to proceed with Binance. The idea that severe punishment is unnecessary because Ripple did not intentionally break the law. However, this clearly contradicts the court's remarks regarding the SEC's conduct. In a dismissal motion, the fact that A fails to address the impact of Ripple's on the appropriate remedies for the breach in this court makes it plainly deceitful. Since they referenced this case, another Judge Green, they were discussing the pertinent parts. Obviously, being a Ripple makes you want to flaunt it, and that's exactly what the SEC is doing. You truly, darn mind, are bringing this to light, and attorneys are taking these insane medications. The judge truly thinks you believe the nonsense you're putting on this page, so get out of here. In my opinion, it is unlikely. Subsequently, discussions regarding equitable notes commence. My channel would be greatly appreciated if you could subscribe and like it. Goodbye for now.